don't focus so much on money. In fact, for myself, I removed it completely from the equation, deciding to be a full-time volunteer, right? And I think money is a byproduct of adding value. So if you focus on following your passion and helping people through what you enjoy, then I think money will find you. I make 3D printed prosthetics and assistive devices for people around the world, especially children that aren't able to access or afford them. And it's something that I was doing as a volunteer, just part-time whilst I was working as an engineer at Toyota. Just after they announced that we would be closing down in 4 years and we needed to come up with something else in our lives to pursue. And for me, it was just something to maintain a positive mindset during that redundancy process. I use 3D printers to make very, very low cost prosthetics, sometimes for thousandths of the cost of traditional prosthetic devices. So I was a lean engineer at Toyota, so a lot of my job was to eliminate waste from the production process. So using 3D printing is also almost an extension of that. The hands that I make have zero waste when I make them. There's no scrap left over. So that allows me to make them very, very cheap, low cost, and very, very high quality. So I think it's almost a progression of the job that I had at Toyota. Knowing that what I do make is for free, and I don't even charge for postage on the devices that I make. And I think the reason why I do that is because I believe as a society we have a responsibility to ensure that all people come along on the journey. And people with disabilities or limb differences, I believe, should not have to pay even 1 cent for anything that is going to improve their quality of life. I'd really like to accelerate what I'm doing by spending a lot more time developing rather than making. So I'm starting to get a lot of support from people in the community who are able to help with the assembly side of what I make, but I'd like to be developing the next thing and trialing that and spending a lot more focus on releasing more of my designs online to make them all open source. And I think that's really how I can make the biggest impact, by other people being able to download the designs and making them for themselves all around the world. One of my biggest inspirations is Fred Hollows. He was an eye surgeon that was involved in fixing cataract blindness. And he was able to help hundreds to thousands of people around the world, but he realised that if he went overseas and started to train other surgeons how to perform his surgeries, he's able to then help millions of people. And I'd like to follow along the same path and train other people in how to make my designs to make the biggest impact.